What's going on, everybody? Riley from the inMusic team here, and I wanted to put together a quick overview on how to check and troubleshoot the MIDI connection of your class-compliant keyboard or controller. When a device is class-compliant, this means that no additional drivers are required to use it with a computer. You can just plug it in and start using it because it utilizes the computer's built-in drivers. If your device requires an extra driver to be downloaded and installed before use, it's not class-compliant. The steps covered in this video will work with many USB MIDI keyboards and DJ controllers. The class-compliant device I'll be using in this video is the Akai MPD-218. So let's kick things off by learning how to check that your device's MIDI connection is working properly with your computer. On macOS, you can do this by going to Applications, Utilities, Audio MIDI Setup. Then once that opens, click Window, Show MIDI Studio. Your device will appear here alongside any other MIDI devices you've previously plugged in. Active devices will appear with normal brightness, like my MPD-218 here, while inactive devices will be grayed out, as you can see with the MPK Mini 3 and the other devices I've used with this computer. If you click on this little keyboard icon, the Test MIDI Setup button, and start tapping keys or pads on your controller, you'll hear the program play a sound effect with each hit. This means the incoming MIDI connection from that parameter is being recognized by your computer. If your device name doesn't show up at all in this window, a system report can help you out. First, disconnect your device, wait 5 seconds, then plug it back in. In the top left of the screen, open the Apple menu and click About This Mac, then click on System Report. And once your report opens, on the left side under Hardware, click on USB, and you'll be able to see every USB device that's currently connected to your computer in this nice little USB device tree. You should see your controller displayed under one of these buses. If you don't see your device here, disconnect it from your computer, then click File, Refresh Information. Then reconnect your device, and run Refresh Information one more time, and your device should appear. If it still isn't showing up here, try connecting your device using different USB cables and/or USB ports, and if you have another Mac at your disposal, try running these same tests on that machine. Now let's learn how to check your device's MIDI connection on a PC. First, open the Windows search bar and search for Device Manager, and open that up. And under Sound, Video, and Game Controllers, you should find your device listed. If the image displayed next to your controller is a simple speaker icon like this means your device is connected and communicating properly with your computer. If this image has a yellow triangle or another small icon over the speaker, or your device shows up in a category other than Sound, Video, and Game Controllers, this could indicate that the built-in Windows driver that your device uses to connect may be out of date or not installed correctly. Right-click it and open Properties to see what device status tells you. If your device isn't showing up at all after these tests, try unplugging it while keeping an eye on Device Manager. If Device Manager flashes after you disconnect your device, this means your computer does recognize it and might just be labeling it differently or sticking it in another category. Reconnect your device and watch Device Manager to see what appears. If Device Manager doesn't flash after disconnecting or reconnecting your controller, this means the computer does not see that your device is connected. Try out other USB cables and/or ports, and running these tests with another Windows computer. Let's shift gears to testing your device's MIDI connection with a MIDI monitor. This is useful if your device is connected, but you're experiencing a lack of functionality from some or all of the controls on your device. On Windows, MIDI-OX is a free tool you can use to do this. Head over to the MIDI-OX website and download the most recent version. You can find this download link in the description. Once the installer finishes downloading, run it and follow the prompts to get MIDI-OX installed on your computer. So now go ahead and open up MIDI-OX and click on Options, MIDI Devices. In this window, click on your device name in both the MIDI inputs and MIDI output sections and ensure that the device you want to test is the only one that's selected here, then click OK. Keep in mind that some MIDI devices function using more than one port. So in the Sources section, make sure all your device's ports are selected as inputs so you're able to see all available data from the device. Now, start pressing your device's keys and pads and turning knobs to start sending MIDI data through the interface. If it's connected and functioning properly, you'll see the incoming MIDI data displayed back in MIDI-OX. If you're using macOS, you can test your device's MIDI connection by downloading and installing MIDI Monitor from Snoise. Its download link is also down in the description. Once the download finishes, double-click the DMG file and click and drag MIDI Monitor into your Applications folder. Now open MIDI Monitor, then open the Sources menu, and make sure that the boxes next to MIDI sources and the device you want to test are both checked, and that any other MIDI devices are unchecked so that you only see the results from the one you're testing. Now simply press the keys and pads and twist the knobs on your controller, and if it's connected and functioning properly, you'll see its incoming MIDI data displayed here. So, what do your MIDI monitoring results mean? Having MIDI data displayed in the monitor means your device is communicating with your computer. But if it still isn't functioning properly with your software or DAW, the culprit is likely that software settings have become improperly configured or weren't set up correctly. Check out a setup guide or manual for your device to reference how to configure your software settings with it. If you have some parameters on your device that aren't functioning with your software, check out the displayed data in the monitor. If there's no MIDI data present for the parameters in question, this may indicate an issue with your hardware. Or if the keys and controls are registering differently than expected or are triggering incorrect data, refer to your device's user manual and contact its brand's technical support for more help. The link to inMusic brand's tech support is also down in the description. If there's no data displayed at all on the monitor, or if your device isn't available as a source, try using a different USB cable, a different USB port, and review the processes in this video to make sure your MIDI monitor is properly set up and the appropriate inputs are selected. Like I mentioned previously, there are a bunch of resources and support linked in this video's description to help you with any issues you're having with your class-compliant controller. Thanks for watching, and I hope the processes we covered here today help you get your device functioning exactly how you want it. Until next time.